Alright guys, so now we're going to get into the marks. Um, these interesting things I found on my shirt. Um, Now, to be fair, I do weed eating. I weed eat pretty much 5 days a week. But these don't look like anything from and you know, my shirt was washed, so I don't know. I'm not quite sure on that. These little bumps, I get these. I used to have quite a few of them, but they've simmered down. Um, these little slugs with the spikes on them, I wasn't sure where those were coming from. They just popped up out of nowhere, a whole bunch of them. It seemed like when I started using the tobacco spray, so they must not like the tobacco spray. And they are coming from my skin. I had a biofilm, you know, piece of skin that was kind of loose, and I kind of picked it away, and a piece of it popped out, and I pulled it. Boy, it hurt. Well, you could see those spikes, so it didn't want to let loose. Um, the center one, I don't know. I think it's an egg. You see little worms. So the two top photos are of my skin, and that's after I spray. I use tobacco spray. I use olive oil. They don't like olive oil in the sun. Any kind of essential oils. The one on the bottom, it's like a screw worm or something. I don't know. Okay, now if you notice in the upper left, that is a synthetic metal. And then the upper right, you see those little black dots? I believe those to be graphene. Okay, the center, that baby blue kind of dot, I shed a lot of those lately. Used to a lot of different colors, but it's just been blue lately. There's another thing on the top of the skin, and good Lord knows what the thing is on the bottom. Ah. Okay, so the top photo, I've shed quite a few of these. They look like stingrays, right? And I'll have other pictures of them when they're black and brown. This one's all deteriorated and dying off, but it was in me. Um, I don't know what those are, those little white things, if those are eggs or I don't know. Um, but yeah. The top photo, I believe those to be plant material. And then that center looks like a cocoon, and that little spiky thing, that's another slug. And we'll get to those. The bottom one, it's like a cotton. That's the biofilm when it sheds. Okay, so there's more slugs. Quite a few of them. That's like a week. That wasn't all one day. Um, okay, so this is after I sprayed myself real good with tobacco spray. That thing on top is an insect, and this guy to the bottom left is an insect, and obviously the bottom right is a worm. And that's my biofilm underneath that's shed off. Lots of fibers. Good, goes hands in hand with Morgellons. This is metallic, and I shed that. The left one came out of the bathtub, and it floated. It floated, but it's metal. I mean, and the other one I shed at night, you know, in the sheets. Okay, this is the slug that I pulled out. That's the one that hurt. You could tell why. Okay, guys, here's some more metal. See that? I don't know where that H is. So that's biofilm behind it. That's the biofilm. Okay, which would be skin, but it's not. This thing just bizarre. It's like mushrooms or something. This came out of a detox bath. And I'll go over all the different protocols that I've been using. And if you guys have any, throw them out there. The bottom one you can see, so that's part of the skin and biofilm, but you can see the little worm casing in there. And then the center one the same. See how that worm casing? I believe the top photo to be graphene. Middle one, plant material, and the bottom's a worm. Plant material on the top and bottom. I don't know what that is. If that's like some kind of weird spider. Plant material. Another slug and another different kind of worm, and there's quite a variety of them. But I've been getting a lot of slugs lately. Okay, see the lower picture? See the worm? See that? And the middle picture, if you look above the white part, you can see that's the worm there too. I don't know what this is, guys. That creeped me out, man. It's like a spider leg, but it's not. Plant material, biofilm on top. I think that's a seed of some sort, and there's metallic stuff. So I clean my sheets. I don't wash them every night. I just don't have the energy to, but I do vacuum them, clean them, and I throw the top sheets in the dryer. So, for a good hour. This is all coming from the skin. Yeah, I don't know what that center one is. The bottom one is more metallic stuff. There's a little green nanotechy thing. The lower one, they're nanotube fibers, I think they're called, or something. They're hollow. That's what the biofilm looks like. Yeah, more slugs and biofilm. And let's see. Okay. Oh no, we did that one. So let's keep going down. Keep going down. I know this is pretty. If you've never heard of Morgellons, and you probably just thinking I'm a nut, I'm a tweaker, and I get it. I totally get it. But I'm not. So a lot. See that biofilm? That's what it looks like when you shed it. Okay. There's a worm in the center. You can see the worm when the skin broke off and the biofilm. He's in there. So I guess the tobacco spray killed him, and you can see a worm part to the upper right or whatever that is. It's an insect part, and to the upper left, insect. It's just so disgusting to know you have all this in you. But what do you do? There's nothing. Okay, check this out, guys. So remember, the biofilm is like the fuzzy stuff. All right, check this out. See the nanotech in there? See the strips, the colored nanotech? Isn't that wild? Okay, hopefully see, I don't know if I pull the picture closer, what does it do when I try to turn it into video? All right, so let's see. Oops. Okay, that center one, that spiky dude, man, I was shedding a lot of those, and you'll see. Man, they creep me out. It's like a slug in the center. I don't know if they keep their show, what they do. You see the bottom one? See how the fibers are wrapping around that ball of whatever it is? Yeah, these carrot-looking worms. I get a couple of those. That's a dead worm on top. And I'm suspecting it is on the bottom left, and there's some more metallic. More worms, fibers. Eggs, metallic stuff. Now it has really slowed down. At the beginning, my God, Okay, see the top picture? The little black dots, I think that is graphene. I really do. And that's an interesting one on the top. Thing glued. Okay, remember at the very beginning I was showing you those bumps in my skin? I'm wondering if these are those, because that's what it looks like, right? That thing was real hard like a pea, you know. Plant material and other funky stuff. Okay, so I tried those ones that look like stingrays. I tried asking AI what it is. They said it was a horseshoe crab. Now, see, these scientists are putting things together that shouldn't be, right? I mean, I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying they're putting things together that shouldn't be. See that worm? That's shedded at night. And then below it's biofilm with plant material. To the lower right, guys, that one is a trip, and I get a lot of those. I don't know if those are seeds or what they are. We won't go through all these. I just want to kind of lower right. There's more metallic stuff, plant material. Yeah, we won't go through. In fact, I don't take pictures of everything. And I took pictures of everything. My God, I'd need like 20 phones. Um, okay, this is a 3D graphene oxide nanoparticles for cloud seeding patent, 2022. Okay, the top one of this, I don't know what kind of insect that is. I shed in the bathtub, came out in the detox bath. The center one came out, it shed at night. And look at that lower one, guys. That is so bizarre. It's like spider legs. So I don't know. I just don't know, man. This is all coming out of me, though. You know, I don't know about that one, and maybe it crawled its way. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Little bumps. And there's a worm on top, and there's the lower one. There's another one of those things I think are seeds. I don't know what they are. Okay, so here's some more of those stingray looking things. And to the upper left, you see that's more of a live one. These other ones, I guess, have spent their better days. Yeah, and the horseshoe crab is the closest one. That's what AI says. Okay, the upper right. I'm trying to go quick, so I'm not wasting time. The upper right, I think those are eggs. I get a lot of those because I spray all day. Kind of fortunate because I work outside. That's some nanotech to the bottom picture. Nanotech. These are interesting ones. And here's some more of those. See those bumps? See the middle right and then the upper one? That kind of looks like that little seed. Oh, my arm. Okay, so this is the biofilm. That's what it looked like, man. It was crazy. I got a ton of it off, though, guys. You could do it. There's just, you just got to stay on it. That's probably one of the first little slug ones that came out. And we'll go over the protocols I use. And, you know, if you guys have any, if you're suffering from it, throw them out there, man. I really do recommend the Facebook group, Morgellons Uncensored. Okay, the upper left, that's little balls of graphene. And to the lower left, same, wrapped with fibers, you know. There's some more metallic stuff to the lower left. More graphene, more fibers, and more metallic stuff. Another one of those funky looking seed pods. Okay, those are the plants. Isn't that crazy? See, I don't get big branches like that anymore. In fact, if you don't have a microscope, it just looks like a crumb. You know, back then I was shedding branches, man. That was coming out of me, guys. Yeah, that's a carpet beetle that came out of me. I don't know what the top thing is. I had a terrible carpet, never had them before, and then all of a sudden, when this all started, the carpet beetles and dust mites, guys. And other people had said the same thing, so. Um, go back. I see the lower right. You can see the little balls. That's the graphene. More plant material. More metallic stuff on the bottom. Now, I don't know if everybody, I suspect everybody has the metals and the graphene. And I don't know. I pray not. I sure pray not. I think that's like silicone, that stuff. I haven't shed any of that lately. Yeah, the top picture, see those little balls, those little black balls? I think that's graphene, and the bottom one is another one of them spiky doodads. Okay, these are off the Facebook group. I did not shed these ones. I just screenshotted them because I had some like that too. So this is from the Facebook group. Another slug and another spiky snail. More metallic stuff and plant material. More silicone. Again, we'll go over the detox protocols, guys. Yeah, on the upper top. I don't know what these big spikes are. Okay, see that? The spiky thing on the bottom? This is the first and only time I've seen them with the slug still in it like that. See that? That slug little snail, see? Okay, now this might be, I'm sure I have bad candida too, and I think it's improved, but like every other week, because I was doing 2 to 3 detox baths a day. I was really fighting this hard, and seemed like every other week, all of a sudden, my tub would just fill up with white stuff like this, you know. Wasn't every time, just fill up with it. Yeah, mosquito, more silicone. Yeah, more metallic stuff. See, you see the biofilm around it. The guy in the upper right, they were living in my ear. There was a whole community in my ear. I had to get them evicted. I was raising all kinds of havoc getting them out of there. I didn't even know it. I know this is pretty crazy. Okay, again, these are screenshots from a Facebook group, but you notice I see how the little, which we think it's nanotech. Doctors just think you're crazy, so it's no sense in going there. More metallic stuff and what I think to be graphene, silicone. I don't know what these are. I don't know what these are. They are really hard. Fibers, graphene. More metallic stuff and silicone. It's just so bizarre to me that all this stuff is living in me. It shouldn't be. Looks like worm parts in all three of them. Okay, see the center pick, like the little balls of graphene? It has gotten better though, guys. If you can really, really, in fact, I need to fast and do stuff like that, and I haven't been able to. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. See the plant material on the bottom? Man, I'm telling you, I was shedding bushes at first, right? Now I just little chunks, little pieces. You wouldn't even know it. It looks like dust until you get it under a microscope. That's an evil looking thing. Its roots kind of look like spider legs, huh? Now, again, I weed eat, but all that stays outside the room, and I vacuum my bed every night, and the sheets go in the dryer. These are those snail slugs, the spiky snail slugs, the bottom and the top. Oh. Got a little crystal stuck on one of my hairs. I'm sorry if I'm going too fast. There's just so many of them. Okay, see that middle picture? The lower one is the same thing as the other ones, but this one's a dual. But I think all three of these pictures are plant material. Okay, so this is from me. That's my nanotech. So the upper left, the rainbow color, and then, oops, sorry, and then the lower right, and then the other are metallic pieces. Look at that. I used to get a lot of those, not anymore though. A lot of those. I haven't seen one in a long time, so. See that lower picture? That strip of blue? Get a lot of those. I think that lower one is a partially dead worm. There's another one of them bumps. And I don't have many of those either, if any. I don't think I've seen any for a while. So you can fight this. It's pretty horrific, but you can fight it. I tell you, these evil people who put this stuff together. I don't care if they want to merge with machine and be half whatever, half. I don't care. That's their business, but don't force it on us. Pretty wild, huh, guys? And this isn't even including. Look at the lower bottom right. Looks like a little piece of jade. Um, yeah, I just wonder how many people are they're not affected, but they have it. I suspect everybody. I hate to say that. I think we'll be done here in a minute. I reckon everybody gets the idea. There's some more metallic stuff up there. These are all plant material. That must be the roots. Yeah, worm in the middle and plant material. Yeah, some of it comes out in a detox bath. Some of it, yeah, shed at night. Find it. Yeah, these are those snails, the spiky snails. Okay, so last September, I think, I was stacking firewood. And I thought I got, because there was a bunch of little baby black widows, and it might still be what it was. I thought I got bit by a baby black widow, right? And, but that's about the same time everything started. So I'm going to leave a link to a video that says, um, that was a vector bug. So that vector bug infected me and altered my DNA, which is why plants grow out of me and insects live in me. I tell you. I tell you. But I'll leave a link to that if you're interested to watch. Yeah, it's been a battle every day, every day, every day. But it's getting better, so there is that. I still struggle mentally. My cognitive thinking, it's just destroyed. And energy is destroyed. But, yeah, see, there's the spiky thing, but see how it doesn't have the snail in there? It doesn't have that slug, the slimy one. And then to the left of him, there's more of those. I used to get a lot of those. Okay, I did read an article where a scientist or a doctor examined a guy who had plants growing out of him, and to the upper right, that like a feather thing, he was saying those were the seed pods. If I can find that article, I will leave it in the link too. Um, the lower one is biofilm with stuff in it, and the upper left is a worm. Yeah, this one tripped me out. Only one of those. Isn't that a hideous looking thing? Plant material. For a while there, man, I was shedding a lot of plants. There's those spiky things. See, but there's no slug in them. Plants. Yeah, these are the plants, so that must be the roots. And that's them sprouting out. It's crazy. Another one of those to the upper right, one of those things that well, I don't know what anything is. Okay, so there's your size comparison. Um, okay, and all that stuff on the paper, when I first started detoxing, my sheets had that much on there. Now, nothing like that. Maybe like 20 pieces, right? So it's much, much better. Little cocoon there, and whatever that blue thing is on the top. More of them spiky things. When I first started, there was a lot of spiky ones. Now I'm getting those slugs with the spikes, but they're coming out at least, right? Oh, that's the same one from the. That's a double picture, I guess. Um, I think we're good to go. All right, so the next portion, I think we'll discuss um, detox protocols and maybe support groups, trying to find a way to reach out to others, because I think that's very important. I do, to have others who understand and can sympathize, and you can sympathize with them, and it really is important. That was a detox bath, so it was just full. But this is at the very beginning. It was just full black almost. Um, let's see, guys. Is there anything that I wanted you guys to see? Nope, that was it. We went through the whole row. All right, guys. Let's see. Where is the little ball? There it is. All right. So then, next portion, we are gonna go through treatments and other ideas.